So today I wanted to bring you a video on like the healthy model diet, and this video is kind of weird because it's not exactly a diet and it's not what all models do, but diet and fitness is actually some of the more requested videos that I have here. And I understand a lot of people want to know about being healthy and being fit and being active and living a good lifestyle. So I don't exactly know. As a model, there are a lot of girls out there who are going to starve themselves. There are a lot of girls out there who are going to follow really unhealthy eating trends, and that's not what I'm about. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about health and fitness and loving who you are. Obviously, I'm not the skinniest model out there, but sometimes I don't want to be because a lot of them look a little bit too thin for my preferences. But this video is basically going to be like a healthy model diet and kind of what I eat, my eating regimen, kind of what I follow. Here's the other thing, I'm not really on a diet. I never go on diets. I believe in a healthy lifestyle. I believe in kind of doing what's best for my body, for my skin, for my weight. And as a model, yes, I'm conscious about my weight. You know, I want to go out and go for a walk every now and then, but am I actually going to sit here and diet and count calories? No. For some people, counting calories and being on diets, that may be what you need or what's best for you. That's just not for me. So this video isn't going to be about a complete strict diet regimen. This is going to be kind of my approach to eating, my approach to health and things like that. And just like a little disclaimer, you guys know bacon is one of my like deadly sins. Like, it is one of my lusts. I love bacon. And bacon is one of the most fattening, unhealthy, most terrible things that you can eat. But I love bacon. And even if bacon takes off 5 minutes of your life, I think it's cigarettes, I don't know. I heard bacon's really bad for you. Even if bacon is bad for you, I would rather live 5 minutes less for every piece of bacon I eat rather than live a life without bacon. So do understand that even though I try to eat healthy and even though I try to exercise and do things right, I'm not a perfect person. I am not like this perfect eating machine. I love different things, and I think that everyone needs to have enjoyment in their life, and that's just kind of like my mentality of it. So the way I approach kind of diet and fitness is basically fitness. I have an old fitness video which I'll link you guys to, probably right around here, kind of floating like a little helicopter annotation alien spaceship thing. And I actually have a video here that I'll post here. This is kind of like 7 rules to a flat stomach. What happens is that, of course, I'm not the skinniest person ever. I eat all day long. Because I exercise a bit, I have a faster metabolism. Because I'm 6 feet tall, I'm a bigger person, I need more food than a smaller person. In addition, I wake up at the middle of the night and I have to eat. I wake up with stomach pains, and that may be a cause of my acne, because instead of sleeping and being sound, I'm spending the nights, instead of dreaming, I'm being hungry. So I eat a little bit differently than other people, but I wanted to tell you just kind of basic tips and tricks. And this 7 rules to a flat stomach, what that is that sometimes if I have a really important photo shoot or something like that and I don't feel like I can fit into everything, I'll follow these 7 rules for just like 7 days to be able to look really good on that, 8th day. And really make that photo shoot perfect, or really make that event amazing. And then I'll go back to eating bacon, because it's not like I'm going to sit here and ruin my life just to have some image. I want to enjoy my life and enjoy what I do. So that is something, this video is kind of 7 tips that I use in a crunch if I don't have time to, eat right, if I haven't been exercising, if I haven't been eating right. That's something I'll do just to kind of slim down for a couple of days and, fit into whatever it is. But I want to tell you generally what I try to follow and just kind of how I try to be a good, healthy person. The way I see it is that I think back to my roots, indigenous people. People who were here before me, ancestors and things like that. Now, whether that's cavemen or whether that's, native ancestors or whatever, I don't really know. But when we think about it, back in the way back when, what did they have? They had tons of vegetables that they would plow and do themselves. They had tons of different fruits that they had readily available. They had different grains like wheat, and they had barley and quinoa and sometimes things like that, but what they didn't have they didn't have bread, really. I guess in some instances they did, but it was really a whole grain bread that they milled themselves and like crunched up themselves, and they used just water, and the bread would go bad after a day because it was that fresh. Back in the way back when, they didn't have breads, they didn't have cereals, they didn't have these processed things, and that's what I kind of try to follow. Also, way back when, they had nuts, they had seeds, they had tons of fish and chicken and meats and cow and pork and things like that. They had tons of olive oil. Olive oil goes way back to biblical times, and olive oil is a main staple in my diet. It is amazing for your skin, for your health, for your nails, for your hair. I use it on my skin and my body, as well as taking it in as food, and I don't eat a lot of butter. Olive oil goes on everything. Probably more than I should, but because it's so healthy, it doesn't matter. It's just a really beneficial thing to use. So that being said, that's kind of what I follow. I don't eat a lot of sugars. I try to steer away from those. Those are also really high on the glycemic index, which can cause... Glycemic index is how fast your body turns food into fat, kind of. That's not really what it is, but to simplify it for you, the glycemic index is something that's like a table or a chart that tells people, you eat this, you're going to gain weight faster than if you eat this, kind of. Because it's about how the body takes in food and how the body processes the food. If something like cake has a very high level of glycemic index, on the glycemic index, that cake is going to have you gain more weight than something that's low on the glycemic index, like chicken. In addition, cheese and dairy and things like that are really not that high in sugars, but I avoid all of those. Reason why is because if we think back way back to our ancestors, we didn't have processed milk. We just drank what came out of the cow. We didn't have this cheese stuff. We didn't have yogurt. We didn't have things like that. And all those things are very healthy. I feel like if we didn't have them way back when, why am I going to eat them now? And also I'm dairy free for acne, kind of. I've been messing up, but I'm working on it, darn it. So the way I eat is that one of my main staples is olive oil. I know that you see like fats and butters on the top of the food pyramid. Olive oil is kind of down there by water. It's just like in every meal. And I do drink a lot of water. And I also drink mineral water because sometimes water tastes boring. Sometimes you don't want tea with honey. So what I do is mineral water is kind of like fuzzy water. So I feel like I'm drinking soda, but I'm totally not, which is awesome. But instead of having grains is like my main thing, like a lot of other people do, I really focus on vegetables, fruits, and meats. And a lot of people are like, oh, chicken, turkey. I'll be honest, I eat the red meats. I eat the fatty meats because they taste better to me. I do love turkey though. But I feel like way back when we had a ton of meat, we had a ton of beef and cow and stuff like that, so that's just what's in my diet. And I was a vegetarian for 6 years. I'm not anymore, but I feel like the meat, it just sustains me. It keeps me full and it makes me feel good. I don't know. I feel like we've had it in our diet so long that our bodies are used to it. Same with vegetables. Vegetables can go with just about everything, and I don't see an excuse not to put them in with meats or anything else you eat. Fruits and eggs are kind of right there too. Fruits and eggs, we've always had them, we always eat them. Eggs, you have to get them without antibiotics from range-free chickens that weren't fed antibiotics or things like that, because sometimes if they pump the chickens with stuff that can, get in the egg and get into you. But eggs and things like that. Also, organic or not organic, it kind of depends for me. Like oranges and avocados, I'm not going to buy them organic because you don't need to. They have like a peel and a seal. Also, organic is not always organic. If I get organic, it's 100% organic to make sure it's actually organic. But meats, I try to buy organic. Vegetables that you don't peel, I try to buy organic. Kind of just picks and choose depending on what your needs are, and I kind of do that with my needs as well. But fruits are definitely a big part. Same with eggs. Eggs are very healthy for you. A lot of people think that they're really high in cholesterol, which they are, but it actually helps raise the good cholesterol. And they're a really great source of protein and vitamin E and a bunch of other things. So do not throw away the yolk. And it's really yummy too. So then kind of the next step up would be beans and nuts and things like that and whole grains. And I don't eat white breads just because I feel like we never had them. Whole grains and things like that, if it is truly 100% whole grain and something that we would have had accessible way back when, yeah, I'll eat that. I try to eat seeds that are unsalted, but they taste better salted, except for pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds taste really good unsalted, but pine nuts too. Pine nuts are amazing. Again, these are really fatty foods, but they're so good for you. They're so delicious, and they're full of the good fats. And they keep me full. Like if I eat a handful of nuts, I'm not going to want the cake. So yeah, I'm going to eat however much fat is in there because fat tastes good, darn it. And fat doesn't actually make you fat. Sugar makes you fatter than fat. Kind of hard to describe. Basically, if you eat 300 calories of sugar, if you have a choice, 300 calories of sugar or 300 calories of fat, you're going to gain more weight from the 300 calories of sugar than the 300 calories of fat. Reason why is because the sugar is going to go into your body and it's going to go right into your bloodstream. And your body says, let's use this. And if you don't exercise that off within like an hour, it's going to be stored as fat, kind of that glycemic index thing. Now if you eat 300 calories worth of fat, we're going to eat it, it's going to go in our body, it's going to say, We have about 5 hours to burn this off. Because the body processes the fat so much slower than the sugar, the body has time. So we have 5 hours to burn that off. Also, the sugar, we're going to be hungry in an hour because it's all been used up. Now, if we have the fat, it's going to stay in our body for a while and it's going to keep us full, which is why fats and proteins are so much better for you. And so it's like, I guess that's why I don't have to diet, because I eat these things that taste good to me. I don't feel deprived, and they keep me fuller longer than something that's full of sugar. And I will be honest, I eat sugar. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I like to have a treat, gosh darn it. But in an ideal world, my diet would be more fats and proteins than sugars. But that's why I don't have to diet, is because I don't feel deprived, and eating that way helps me sustain a healthy lifestyle and weight and things like that. So then stuff that I don't eat is basically dairies and processed white breads and a lot of high sugary processed things. High sugar fruits are great. They taste delicious. They are delicious. They're down there with vegetables, okay? I eat high sugar fruits all the time. But when it actually comes to processed things, I try to kind of steer clear of those. And same with the processed wheats and the processed dairy. We didn't have that way back when, so why am I going to put it into my diet now? As far as butter goes, it's really, I love olive oil. I love the flavor. That's what I use. I don't know what else is on the food pyramid. Fish. Fish, I should eat it more. It should be down there with like red meat, but fish isn't as tasty to me, so I kind of knock it back up there. Same with corn. Even though corn has been around for a while, I don't always like it. And potatoes I actually do like. Everyone's like, oh, potatoes are so bad for you. So what if they are? They're still a vegetable. We had them way back when. I'm not talking potato chips. I'm not going to eat the potato chips. Those are processed. But a baked potato with bacon and onion and olive oil, hey, sign me up. Because those are all things that we've had for years in this world. So that being said, that's basically what I eat. That's like my healthy model diet. And of course, break the rules, because life isn't life without, you know, having a little treat every now and then. And bacon! I love bacon. If you guys know me, you know I love bacon. So does my cat. He wants what you have. My cat, he will sit there and he will be like, I want what you have, and he will eat whatever it is you're eating. He ate an orange once. I was like, are you serious, kitty? Anyways, I can't imagine he would have liked that though, because he doesn't like lemons. That's one thing he doesn't like. If there's like lemon water, he will not touch it. But that's kind of what I do, and every model is going to eat differently. Every model is going to have his or her own way of staying fit or doing things like that. There are a lot out there that are into these weight loss shakes and smoking cigarettes and starving yourself. Let me tell you, that looks like the most miserable form of life I've ever seen. Now, if that's your choice, that's totally up to you. But I do recommend just living healthily, because you feel better, you look better, and your whole life is just better and longer. So those are kind of like my tips to a healthy model diet. I hope that this answers your questions, because I've been getting a lot of requests for, Cassandra, what do you eat? So I will link the video here to my fitness routine. I will link the video here to whole grain versus whole wheat, and I will link the video right here that has to do with 7 tips to a flat stomach. And that's basically if I'm in a crunch and I need to slim down before a photo shoot or something, or a really big event, that's what I'll just use to kind of tuck my tummy in. Just like in an emergency, because I'm not going to sit here and like starve myself. But I love you guys so much. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if you guys, whether or not your models, regardless of what your career is, I want you guys to post a video response and tell me what you eat on a regular basis, whether it's healthy or not, and if it's not healthy, what your ideal meals would be, or what your ideal diet would be, and why you think it would be a good choice for you. And what's great is that you post this as a video response, everyone else can check those too and kind of get new ideas, because maybe me eating these things, maybe that's not for you. There are people out there who are not going to like the way I eat, and it's not right for them. And that's okay, because everyone's different. So be sure to go check other people's videos too. Be sure to post a video response and tell other people what you do. Or if you need even help, let's say you're trying to gain or lose weight, post a video and say, this is what I'm eating now and this is what I want to achieve. Why am I not there yet? And I'll go watch it and comment it, and other people will too, and it'll be like a big happy YouTube family. So I love you guys so much. I'm rambling on and on and on, and I've been a RuneScape member for more than half of my life. My username is Phantom Girl. You guys should go say hi to me. I only go on like once a year, but I'll go on more regularly because now my brother is playing, so now I like want to compete with him because he has like dragon armor. Anyways, I have a really high cooking level. Love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.